Yesterday I was slammed pretty hard by somebody who believes in the Bible, and how that came apart was I watched a video, some guy on a beach, and he's looking at everything he lost. And at some point in time, some videos are acceptable to me, that I see a lot of destruction. It's like we should focus on what's wrong and talking about what's wrong. It seems to be offensive to me when you lose all your stuff and then the focus comes on you losing your stuff, and no better way of saying it, but boo fucking who. And how offensive is that to say boo fucking who to somebody who just lost everything? But that's what was done to me, and that's what is done to everybody, and you will do the same thing. Everybody does this. We see something horrible and we go boo fucking who, and then when you ask for help, then it's how dare you have a PayPal. You work and ask for support in what you work for, and there's always society saying, how dare you try and overcome the challenges that you're faced with. So when it's thrown back at them, because that's what they've been saying, while they have all of the money and all of the stuff, and they see people losing it, that's what they say to, oh, boo fucking who. Oh, all the people in Haiti lost everything. Here's $10, boo fucking who. I don't know if everybody's seeing the tie, but it is those people that have the stuff that are constantly having no tie to their community and the people that suffer within their community. They busy judging, oh, this person's a bad person, or they have zero idea what crime is. But after you lost everything like this, and you look on a beach and your focus is going to be on the stuff that you lost, you're still not going to be tied to the idea that, hey, this has been going on for a long time and you just chose to keep your eyes shut. And there's people that haven't lost that are going to now do the criticism of, oh, well, get over it, just get back to work, try and sell, rent out your condo and make your money. Because that's how we all got to get by, is earn that almighty buck. And we're not, it's like, okay, what does it take to wake some people up? What does it take to get them to have a little empathy for the rest of their world and not have them so attached to their stuff? Because you're attached to your stuff when you have it, and you're attached to your stuff when you lose it. The attachment thing doesn't go away just because you lose it. The mindset then goes on, I want it back. And that's the part that drives me crazy. And that's the part that says, oh, it's so sad to watch somebody, feel so bad about losing their stuff. I don't know if anybody can really grab that mindset, but it's like, at some point, I want to say, I don't really feel bad that you lost your stuff. I hope you really wake up to the idea that you created this mess, because your stuff, while you're not seeing your community and the harm that you're doing to your community because you worked so hard to get all your stuff, just to lose it, and I should feel bad about that. It's like saying, oh, the elites lost all their money. Are you going to feel bad that all of these elites, are you going to feel bad that Tony Hayward, couldn't get his life back? Are you... Personally, I would. I feel bad that anybody's losing anything. I'm there. I see it. I feel it. But I do think it's totally wrong where one person has to have it all. Like Tony Hayward. Your life should be no more special than anybody else's life. I should be entitled to food and shelter and the basic needs like everybody else. And if you have excess, guess what? You're taking those basic needs from somebody else on the planet. And while these elites see that, oh, it's just us eating up all their food, it's just them that's destroying it and taking it away because of greed, greed, greed. So I was slammed by this Christian guy that's, you know, says I don't have an opinion. And it's like, how come I don't have an opinion? And it's that Christian mentality. Nobody can have an opinion but them. They don't even view anything as an opinion. They truly want the destruction of, they don't want, these Bibles are preventing people from seeing where they're going wrong. These Bibles are attaching them to their stuff. We think that it's this evil guy that's temptation. No, when you get your stuff, the Bible says God provides. And, you know, wasn't God good to you? You know, everything that you attach the greatness of your life to, you attach it to God was good to you. God gave you all of this. And it's like, if you've seen how you got all your stuff and the amount of people that had to die for you to get your stuff, you'd be thinking that that Bible, Christians are actually worshiping Satan. And this guy, like, having a conversation, this guy was cursing and swearing. He had no point to make, just the cursing and swearing, and I'm crazy and I'm delusional, and that's all he had. No facts, no nothing, just the name calling. And so, you know, I kind of threw it back at him that, okay, if you are an example of a good Christian, do you really think I would want to follow you watching your behavior right now? Because I can make a point without calling you names, but you can't seem to do the same thing back. Then all of a sudden I'm an atheist, and it's like, how am I an atheist when I believe in God? Like, they just like chase their own tails, and they're so angry, and then they come back and say, well, Jesus got angry too. Oh, so you want me to follow an angry guy? Jesus is actually an angry guy that we should follow. And a lot of people have this really warped sense of reality when it comes to their beliefs with Jesus. Because apparently, you know, just believing in a concept is going to save you, not your behavior. You can sin all you want, and as long as you believe in an entity called Jesus, you're saved. But you only get saved after you're dead. So what do you get saved from? You're dead. Like, you better define what saving means to know that you're saved from it. Because why is it that you want to die so bad? Yeah, because you're all praying that God's going to save you. You're all wishing for Armageddon. You're all creating Armageddon. Every friggin' Christian on this planet, I dare you to prove me wrong, but you are all creating Armageddon. You're brainwashed to create Armageddon. You want Armageddon. You sit there and judge everybody else to be doing something wrong when it's actually you, but you refuse to have the conversation to even look at yourself, because God is so good to you with all the wealth that you have, and you think everything is right in your world, and you can't connect yourself to poverty other than to go, oh, boo-hoo, and not see the causes of what creates poverty and your own actions involved in it. So, you know, you really are like trying to destroy your world just so you have something to be saved from. And it's like, all you're trying to do is be saved from yourself. And, you know, since you are sinners, and you all admit you're all sinners, I don't think there's going to be a reward up in heaven knowing you destroyed the whole friggin' planet. You know, I don't think that that was what God wants. Did God put you on this planet to destroy the planet, so that it kills you, so that you're saved in heaven for being a good guy. Now, to me, that sounds a little evil. That sounds very, very Satan behavior. So you might want to rethink what it is you're doing, because you're looking like Jesus is Satan according to the way you believe. Now, if you actually kind of knew the truth about some things, no, Jesus did not get mad. And, you know, he never said he was a sinner, so why are you saying you're a sinner? I tend to believe that if you actually knew how Jesus behaved and you behaved like him, then you'd know how to save yourself. Because nobody saved Jesus. Jesus saved himself by the way he acted. But if you think Jesus is an angry person and, you know, he was at war with everybody, then your concept of Jesus is completely messed up. And it's like it's all full of evil. And then some guy today said that he tends to get into Satanism. And that it seems to be, it makes a lot more sense. And I'm kind of like, well, I've never looked into that one, but it does seem to be about knowledge and evil. Everything that you can perceive evil to be is nothing more than a lack of information. All of your problems, you will associate all your problems to be created by evil. Think about it. You know, every hardship you're dealing with, does it not feel evil? Every problem, scientifically, every problem is nothing more than a lack of information. Gain the knowledge, gain the understanding, and the problem just disappears. And I dare anybody to test that theory out. Go back in your own past and kind of look at any problem that you ever dealt with. If you ever solved any of those problems, I mean solve it, not block and deal. And just pretend it's not there, move on, be happy. And, you know, that's not what I'm talking about problem solving. I'm talking about you have a problem. And trust me, programmer, I've had many problems that I've had to solve. So I can kind of have an idea when a problem is solved. When you actually have a goal that you want to achieve and it's next to impossible and it makes your life hell, and you find the answer so that you achieve the result that you're looking for. That's what you call problem solving. It's facing a problem head on. I've always solved every one of them by gaining information. As soon as I gained more information than the problem, I overcame the problem. It's like I overcame the evil. So if that's what Satanism is, to gain knowledge and be peaceful and not do harm to anybody, not think that you've got this ego that you know it all, because, you know, it's only when you're ready to close the book do you gain all the knowledge. So for anybody to say that I've got all of the knowledge, everybody should listen to me, is kind of just, you still are a problem. Because you tend to push your ideas and concepts on other people that might go down a completely wrong path. And I think I've got an awful lot of knowledge. And the difference between, there is a spot where I've seen insanity and genius. And I've seen that, not that I'm a genius by any means, but I can understand it. And I've seen it, and you can talk to them. And you can see a lot of insane people that are homeless. And if you know how to talk to these people, they're fucking geniuses. They're just like out of your mind geniuses. But they can't communicate with the outside world. So they look insane. You can't comprehend what they see. And they can't understand why the hell you'd want to be so friggin' evil. You know, and to find that communication language. And at the same time, they don't have all of the answers, while thinking you have all the answers. Because if you're a genius and you think you have all the answers, that's when you're going to go into the insanity of your own mistake, and you won't know that you're wrong. You know, so the best thing to keep sane, if you ever get to a genius level and an insane level, first thing you got to admit is, I could be wrong. Otherwise you go into destruction, and The only time you know it all is when you're combined completely in an agreement with everybody on the planet. Everybody has knowledge that they're pieces of a puzzle, and you know shit until you are connected and in agreement with everybody on the planet. And I doubt this video will go on because it's like 15, close to 16-minute video. If there is a real God or good, this should go up. Peace out.